From Viking halls to the cities of the future, terrain buffs will love our foreground hub. Watch gaming tables of all genres come to life at beastsofwar.com. Progress comes to a world of magic as science and the arcane combine to make marvels. Meet steampunk inventors and orc mystics at the Volsung Hub on beastsofwar.com.
I'm going to take a fresh blade for that because I really want it to be sharp. As always, sharper blades are always better. And we're going to cut it away. For something like this, you can't cut completely through it. You can't cut straight through it because that's too solid. You cannot cut it in, well, you can cut it in V shapes if you want to, but I want to save this part because maybe we can use it afterwards. I don't know yet, but it would be stupid to waste it if we can regret wasting it afterwards. So what we are going to do is we're going to try and cut it along this line. If you can't cut through it completely in one go, what you do is you take your knife and you just make small incisions and repeat them. And always cut through a very tiny bit. Never too much force, just bit by bit, always cutting slightly deeper on the next one. I'm going to cut through this like that because I can put more force on it. And I'm getting the feeling that this piece is completely solid on the inside, so we will be... we probably will have to do something else about it. Come to think of it, but we'll see. So, let's try it this way. Yeah, it's completely solid in the middle, so we'll have to cut some parts away, I'm afraid. Let's do it in a different way then. Let's get the clippers. Once again, trial and error on every step, and we'll see how far we get. Let's clip. Since we just decided that we won't be able to save the stuff we're cutting away, I'm just hacking at it with... This really is a thick piece of plastic. Yeah, let's do it like that. Just cutting through it. What you want to get is you want to cut a piece of it off, and you want to cut a piece away, so that you can start shaving from that end, like we usually do. That one, and then we'll take the pliers and just rip a piece off. You do need some strength for this. Okay. Whoever said muscles can solve problems. So, and now we've got this ragged end. Yeah, we can always clip it off a bit further to make it cleaner. And then we are going to shave this away to clean it up a bit. In fact, the cleaning up is probably not that important because we will be putting it... you won't be seeing that part anyway, but it's just for your mental health and your mental calm. For that zen-like feeling that we all like, that knowing that it is clean on the inside. That's that. We've got this piece here. We've got this part here. Let's see if it fits. Exciting. We need to shave a bit off here and here. But apart from that, actually it looks pretty cool. See if it goes better if we do it. I'm going to cut away a bit of here and here, because I think that will make it easier. Not too much. Okay, so this really looks not too shabby, I think, because you've got the rib here on top that continues over this piece, which I like. I'd like it a bit more deeply set, so I'm going to actually cut away this part. Like that, so that we get a straight. As you can see, this is a bit, it's got a curve to it. If we can make it a bit straighter, more straight, excuse me, then that should probably do the trick. Let's see. Nice. Some more from this here, so that it can follow the curve a bit better. See, now you've got a nice round shape on top. Just take this off for the sake of it. We need to take a bit more of it off of it. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's take the green stuff, which will come in handy right now. Because, sorry, as you can see from the top, if you're a bit handier than I am, from the top this will look cool. This will look really ace. From the bottom though, there's nothing holding it together. There's actually almost no material touching. So in order for it to actually stay there, we need to either pin it or put massive amounts of green stuff in it. Yeah, I'm wondering what to do right now. Not a big fan of pinning this, to be honest. As you probably have gathered by now. Well, I'm still going to pin it because I'll have to. It just won't stay on there with just the green stuff. Thinking it out as I go. We'll have to green stuff it anyway, because there will be so much material in there that we, we'll have to put some green stuff in there. There will be quite a bit of green stuff going in there because there's a gap in there, and we also want to fill the edges. So that means that we want to fill these gaps. If you look at it like that, there's gaps in between here, there's gaps, and there's gaps here, and we want to fill these. In order to fill these, you have to put green stuff on it and scrape on the green stuff. If there's nothing behind it, then the green stuff will just be pushed through your model. So we have to plug that gap beneath the green stuff that we're going to use to clean it up. We have to do that first, make sure that it cures a bit, and then we can put some extra green stuff on it and make it more beautiful, embellish it. That was the word I was sort of looking for. So, a bit of green stuff, bit of glue. Well, a whole lot of green stuff really, in this instance. This is the most unceremonious way of doing this probably, but you just push it on like that until it is where you want it to be. See, like that. I'm very happy at the moment that these cameras are zoomed out sufficiently enough so that you don't see the rubbish, all the giant gaps there are between these plates. Yeah, it does a trick. On the bottom, I am going to take my pencil, well, the back of my pencil, and just push on it a bit to make it a bit more solid, to make sure that everything is all right there. Okay, and I am going to put a tiny bit of super glue here on this edge and on this edge. Wipe it away again. Wipe away the parts that are showing. And I'm hoping that this will create a bit of a bond in between those two pieces that will make it a bit more solid while the green stuff cures. Okay, let's set this to the side. We're going to do the same thing for the other shoulder. And given the fact that you have just seen how this is done and it takes quite a long time, we're just going to fast forward to the next part. Okay, we're back here. I've got these two pieces. I'm going to leave them to dry for now, leave the green stuff to cure. Once we're ready with them, once they are completely cured, what you should do is, if you can see these gaps here, I've got these gaps here, if you just put some green stuff in between them, and nicely flatten it up against this point, then it will look really cool. There's a bit of a gap there now. That shouldn't bother us at the moment. We'll see if we get time at the end of the tutorial to do something about it, but it's not that important actually, for the sake of this tutorial. The same thing at the bottom. The arms will be attached to this point here. So this part here is a bit unsightly. You can do something about it. You can put some green stuff over it just as well, just like we did with the other parts. Completely flatten it out. You could put some kind of plastic card in between there. To be honest, I'm not going to bother because they will be hanging like that from your Colossal, so you won't be seeing the side underneath anyway. So I'm not going to bother with embellishing that because, yeah, nobody will see it anyway. It's going to take a lot of time and there's no sense. Well, there's no reason for it to take all that time to do that. Then the next thing we're going to do, we're going to put them on the on the shoulders actually. And I think, if you can see it like that, there's actually quite a bit of material touching. Well, you can feel it. So I'm just gonna glue it on with plastic glue and see if that works. Other side, the same thing. That works for me. Let's leave it to dry for a second. This is a part where we also need to put the base underneath it. The only problem that we are probably going to get is that the base won't be high enough for what we intend to do. And I didn't get a custom base prepared for this one, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to put it on the base like that. It isn't glued to the base yet. You always want to try avoid gluing it to a plastic base, to a clear plastic base like that, because you can't paint it anymore afterwards. Well, you can paint it, but you always have to wrap something around it, especially if you want to do a Colossal. With a Colossal, you want to use your airbrush if you've got one, because that makes for more beautiful surfaces and makes it easier to paint. And this one will, well, you will completely ruin the clear plastic of it if you do it with an airbrush. So I'm not going to glue it on yet. Also, if you do it by hand and you want to varnish it afterwards, the varnish will also ruin this clear plastic. So better not to glue it to the support stand just yet at this moment. I am wondering if I've got something bigger to put it on, but yeah, we'll see about that. I am going to grab a oh, look at this, I've actually got one over here. So I forgot that was there. What we're going to do, we're going to put this here, put a bit of glue tack on it, put this on top of it, just so we can finish the model, and then afterwards we'll see how high it flies, and how much clearance we should put underneath it to put it on the base, and what we should do with the base. That's something for probably another tutorial, or yeah, we'll see how much time we've got left after this. I'm also going to put some blue tack here to fix it to the flight stand. Like that, and that should do the trick. Let's get to the arms. I'm going to put this to the side. Let's get to the arms. The arms are these two pieces. These are the the bottom of the arms. We need these thingies, which are the pincers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. We need these things, which are that are actually the hands, silly as it may sound. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4. These parts that make up the arms themselves. So in order to put them together, first we are going to put the hands on. And no, I am not going to make a joke about this being a hands-on tutorial. Like that. For the pincers, there's 2 ways to put them. Actually, there is 1 way to put them in the new version. Let me see if these are all the same. These do look all the same. Yeah, they're all the same. The standard way to put them is that you do it like that. Put them like that, like they are claws. They're opened claws. What you also can do, there's 3 of them. What you can do is you can cut them here, and you can cut them probably here. Make it a bit thinner around here, and then you can glue them together so that you've got drills. So these things can come together. There are 3 parts, and they can come together to form a drill. You can always do that. I don't think, for me personally, it's not worth the effort. Why? Because it takes a lot of trying and putting it right and fitting and everything. I think the effect is not that great. I've seen others do it, and then the end result of the drill isn't that cool looking, I think. Also, if you want to put this joint here, if you want to cut through it, I'll put on the closer camera here. If you cut through this here, you actually have to try and follow this curve, and that's pretty hard. If you don't, you will be needing a lot of green stuff and a lot of extra bits to actually make it look good. So yeah, I don't think it's worth the effort. Also, the ultimate reason, with the bits separated, it makes the model look more like a scorpion, because he's got pincers, and that's the effect we wanted in the end. That's that. Then let's see what these other parts do. This part is the attachment, is still part of the hand. Actually, it's I think it's the it's actually the wrist joint. This one. That should go in there, like that. And it's got these 2 pins so that you can't put it in wrong. And then we have got this part, which is the arm and elbow. That goes on there. So this is how it usually sits. If you can see that, okay. Now the problem is that we are going to put them under the arms where they shouldn't have been. So let's see how that will fit. If we take this thing back into picture, these should go underneath there, like that. And actually that means we can put them together just like they are supposed to be. Yeah, that will look good. I'm gonna take these parts, these little pins off anyway, because they will hinder the way we can pose it. And I probably should have put that between there before I glued the 2 halves together anyway. So we're just gonna do it like that. liberal amount of glue in here. Sorry. I want it to be sticking out a bit, so well, there's a bit of friction. Well, you can change the position of this a bit. I'm going to put it completely to the back so that it looks like they are sticking out. Since this is, I think, not the place where they actually should go, I have no idea where they should go. Oh yeah, I do know. We actually put these shoulders on the wrong way when compared to the old model, well, to the way it should be done, well, the official way. You know what I mean. What we're going to do is we are going to take this part off here, the little guiding square here. We're going to take that one off. On the other one as well. And now we are going to use a pin because this will be a pretty important piece. And with just the glue, if this is the only piece holding those everything, all of this up, I don't think that will work. So we are going to put a pin in it. Maybe it will hold up. It probably will hold up, to be honest. But if we put a pin in it now, that means that we can use super glue to put it together, and it will hold immediately. If we wait for the plastic glue to dry, then it will take a bit longer. And yeah, since this tutorial has to go fast, we'll just do it that way. So I'm going to glue these on already. Over there, like that. Okay. And then I am going to drill a pin through it. So big important arms, big important pin. We'll do it with a 2mm pin. What we're actually going to do, I'm going to drill through it, and I am going to do it a bit at an angle so that I go through this part as well. And if the pin goes through to the elbow joint, well, to the wrist joint, as we call it, it will add stability to the entire thing. That's a general idea. And as you see, because the part is hollow, you immediately drill through it. And that's why I'm going to keep on drilling and drilling also through the wrist joint, because that means there's more material for the super glue to stick to, and it will be more solid in the end. Like that. And there's half molten. Half molten plastic in my drill now. So more drilling. You can see it from the drill, and well, I can feel it that it all of a sudden it doesn't get any resistance anymore, and that's when you know you reach the hollow part. Okay. That is okay. We're going to put the pin in it. Put some glue on it. Liberal amount of glue actually, and let's just jab it in here. It's a bit of a wiggle to see where it goes, and to make sure that you go all the way through to the into the other joint, like that. This one actually isn't as fixed as I would have liked it, so I'm going to put some more glue on it. And I'm also going to put some more glue in here. It's a general rule of thumb, to be honest. If you glue anything, whether it's with super glue or with plastic glue or with any kind of glue, always try to get more than one point of contact. If everything hinges on one point of glue, then that breaks off more easily than if it can hinge on or can rely on 2 points. Because on 1 point you can get friction on it, and then it breaks off. If it's on 2 points, then you get a lot less friction on that. We are with these really going a bit too fast for the plastic glue. The plastic glue needs more time than super glue, as you have noticed probably. So we are going a bit too fast at the moment. Yeah, when you're doing this at home, do it at your own leisure, do it slowly, just as slowly as you want it to go. Leave the things to dry overnight, let them cure sufficiently, and then go on to the next step instead of just barging through it like we are doing right now. These being done, I'm going to bend this one so that it's nice and at the right angle, well, at a right angle to the perpendicular, I think the right term is, to the surface, like that. I'm going to do the same on the other side, and I'm really messing up the bond of the arms. Yeah. Okay, let's take this one off. This is where the arm should go. So they're going to come over there, sorry, like, can I fake this? Something like that. So we're going to drill through here. This one first. Nice in the middle. Same here. Okay, and then let's put this through there. Let's see how far it goes. Okay, so we need to clip off a fair amount. Okay, let's do it again. See how it fits. Ooh, that's nice. Huh. But when I'm looking at it like this, I don't like it. No, I don't like it because I want them to go here, probably. Okay, so our basic problem is this. When putting the arms in here, I think they are too close to each other. See? That's not the idea I had in mind. I want them to be here, because that gives you more of the feeling like this is the top of the arm, well, the shoulder, and the arm is standing out from it like that. But in order to be able to do something here, we need material in there. What we are going to do is we're going to take a bit of plastic card. It's as you can see, polystyrol, so it's polystyrene. It's 2 millimeters thick. We don't want it to be too thick because we don't want it to be sticking out from the side. What we're going to do, sorry everybody, I always assume that everybody knows what I'm thinking, and apparently that is not true. Maybe it's a good thing that that's not true. What we're going to do is we're going to put an extra piece of plastic over this, and it can't be thicker than this part here. So this ridge, it should sit in between this and this ridge, which will be pretty tight, probably, but we'll see how it goes, and yeah, it should be possible.
Flames of War brings you the battles of World War II in epic 15mm scale. Go to the hub on beastsofwar.com to find news, tactics, and tutorials about the game. Venture into the dangerous dungeons of myth as a mighty hero and stand against the darkness. Visit the Myth Hub on beastsofwar.com and begin your story.
We are the robots. We are the robots. We are the robots.